Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It is me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So anyway, I was gonna do a live stream, but I'm so tired, guys. It's been such a long, long day, and I figured, why don't I just do this quick video and answer the question that a lot of you been asking me lately, and I think this is a perfect video for me to answer that question in the most possible honest way. Now, you're going to ask, well, what question that is? Well, this is a very reoccurring question that people ask me all the time. And the question is, hey, Mr. 4K, can you recommend to us a really great 4K HDR TV within the price range of $400 to $500? Now, there's two ways I can answer that question. I can answer it by saying to you simply, no, do not buy it. I cannot recommend anything within 400 to 500 range, price range, dollars, because those TVs don't meet the requirement necessary for you to experience and to enjoy high dynamic range, okay, with a 4K resolution. Or I can lie to you and be a salesperson and tell you, yeah, go ahead, buy it. Yeah, go purchase the $400 4K gimmick TV. Okay? So the simple answer is no, I cannot recommend. And you need to understand a couple of things, guys. For those of you who are new to 4K and HDR, I understand not everybody um, understands how high dynamic range works and what's necessary for high dynamic range in order for you to truly appreciate the that quality that you get to see on your PlayStation 4 Pro or your Xbox One X. Guys, um, the television, the HDR, especially high dynamic range, needs three components, three different components. They need three different components in order for you to truly utilize that high dynamic range quality. Number one, it's wider spectrum of colors. On that 10-bit panel, you're going to need wider spectrum of colors, meaning you're going to need a TV panel that can produce that full wide color gamut. There's many different ways you can achieve that. One basic principle is the NBP photon technology, or commonly known as the quantum dot technology, that's being utilized to give you that wider range of color, meaning wider spectrum of colors. So your TV is going to need that one component. The second component that's also very important is the peak brightness. If your TV doesn't meet that 900 nits of peak brightness, then your TV doesn't qualify for the HDR. You just might as well call it fake HDR. Okay? And also, the contrast ratio is very important on that panel, depending on what type of panel it is. Is it a vertical alignment? Is it a TN panel, twisted pneumatic? Is it a IPS, in plane switching type of a panel? So the contrast ratio will also depend as well. What's your contrast ratio on that panel? If you have a full array of local dimming, if you got a lot of local dimming zones, then you'll have a much better viewing angle and a much better contrast ratio. So these are the key principles, the three key principles that a 4K panel needs to have in order for you to truly appreciate that HDR and 4K. These low-end TVs, they're priced at $400, $500. You will not get that with these low-end cheap TVs. This is why they're priced at a very cheap price, because they're not going to spend all their resources and put all the expensive components in there for a price range that's $400 and $500. They were not going to do that. Okay, so this is why these televisions don't meet the requirements necessary for you to enjoy HDR and 4K. And that's why you don't hear me recommending these televisions. The only TV that I recommended was by TCL back in 2018, early 2018 spring. It was May 2018. It was TCL R617. And the only reason I recommended TCL R617 is because TCL R617 has those necessary components for you to appreciate the HDR. We're talking NBP photon technology, which is equal to quantum dots. So you get that full wider spectrum of colors on that 10-bit panel. You get a much higher contrast ratio because you have full real local dimming with more active contrast local dimming zones, which is just another term used for full array local dimming. And you have 900 nits of peak brightness that's necessary for you to utilize that uh, HDR. Okay, because HDR thrives on the peak brightness and it thrives on the color gamut. And if you don't have that on that TV, well, then you're just wasting your time. Then you don't really, you're really not helping. You're not doing yourself a favor by purchasing these cheap uh, brands, like the ones from Toshiba. I have to laugh my ass off. The one from Toshiba, Amazon, is just pure garbage. Then you got another one from Hinson's, and then these low end TCLP 4 series, or P605 that are really bad. I have P605. It's just garbage, man. It's just terrible. I can't believe they put a Dolby Vision on P605. It doesn't have enough color gamut, doesn't have enough peak brightness, and it's a vertical alignment panel, but it's really done badly. The local dimming is just so. It's just not worth it. You can experience the quality necessary for you with these low end TVs, guys. This is why we have those big boys. This is why we go with a high-end TVs. Vizio is a good example. Vizio, you can buy a Vizio for 1,200, 1,300. A really good Vizio with a 1,200, 1,300. You can buy a good TCL with 1,200, 1,300. You can get good QLED TV, Q6, Q7 for 1,200, 1,300. You can get Sony X900F for 55 inch for 1,200, 1,300. X900F is really good. These are really good premium 4K HDR televisions. But when you go with the price range of 400 to 500, guys, I just simply can't recommend. There was only one exception, and that one exception was TCL R617. Why? Because the TCL R617 uh, was the only entry level TV, in my opinion, for that price that was giving you a premium quality. And I have still yet to see anybody beat that competition that TCL has implemented for $600. I still believe that television for $600 is the it's the best the money can buy for the price range. But everything else below 500, 400, I mean, guys, you're just wasting your time. You're not doing yourself a favor. Unless you want to get that TV as just something for the guest room or for the bedroom, something just so you can have something in the bedroom or whatever. But if you want to upgrade from 1080p to 4K HDR, you gotta step up to a plate. You gotta open your wallet, man. You gotta go with the high end premium stuff, okay? Because those high end premium televisions, they have all those necessary components for you to get that HDR clarity with the peak brightness and the color gamut. Okay, and that's the reason you're stepping up to a 4K HDR because you want that clarity. You want the better picture quality, but you're not going to get that picture quality with something that's $400 or $500. It's not going to happen, guys. So there you have it. Just a short little video. I'm tired, guys. I was helping my friend move some stuff around in West Miami, furniture and whatnot. So I'm kind of really tired and exhausted. So I'm not going to do any live streams today, tonight, most likely tomorrow. I'm going to do some live streams. And the best way for you guys to see when I'm going to do a live stream is if you keep an eye on my community forums. So go to my community forums, and that's where you can check and see when I'm going to do the live stream. So check out my community forums. That's where you're going to see when I'm going to do my live streams. Most likely, I'm going to do Mafia tomorrow, Mafia Part 2. Uh, so keep an eye on the community forums. I will let you know on the community forums when I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's probably going to be sometime in the afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'll try to do it early so we can put more time into that game. Um, so there you have it. This thing behind me, this thing here, that's just my Alienware laptop. That's all it is. I take this thing with me everywhere, man. It's freaking huge. But I get to do a lot of things with it. I can run VR, I can do high-end gaming, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool laptop, and it's built like a tank. It's like an armored car, dude. So anyway, there you have it, guys. I hope everybody's having a great 4th of July weekend. I hope everyone's enjoying their Friday. It is freaking hot outside, dude. It is like I never seen a summer like this. It's like a brutal 24/7. It's even at midnight, it is like 90 degrees, dude. It's like totally ridiculous. You might as well just stay in the pool or in an ice box or somewhere. I don't know. Like a pool filled with ice. Like that's what I would recommend. Pool that's filled with ice. Ice baby. Vanilla ice. Yep. Actually, Vanilla Ice, he lives in around my neighborhood. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Vanilla Ice. I've seen him a few times in a shopping center. I'm not going to tell you which shopping center, but go figure that out. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good one, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers.